Welcome, everyone, to the Lawrence Township Board of Education Board meeting this evening. Okay, Tom, opening.
Ms. Bowes.
Here.
Mr. Clark.
Here.
Ms. Evans.
Here.
Ms. Kroger.
Here.
Dr. King. Ms. Martinez.
Here.
Ms. Pasculi.
Here.
Mr. Van Hise is absent, and you have a quorum.
Great, thank you so much. The Open Public Meeting Act authorizes the Board of Ed to meet in executive session under certain circumstances. The Open Public Meeting Act requires the board adopt a resolution at a public meeting to go into a private session. This evening, in exec session, we'll be discussing matters which, if publicly disclosed, would constitute an unwarranted invasion of individual privacy, and specifically this evening, we will be discussing HIB. No formal action will be taken. Executive session is expected to last about 20 minutes, and then we will be back out for the public section. Can I have a motion to move into exec session? To introduce our performers this evening before we start the board meeting.
Thank you very much, Dr. Klim. Good evening, board. Good evening, assorted community members. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. This will be our final student art spotlight of the 24-25 school year. On behalf of my secondary arts supervisor colleague, Ms. Sarah Foster, and myself, I'd like to thank the board for having us to the meetings every month this year to spotlight a different element of our arts program throughout the district. Tonight we have from Ben Franklin Elementary School, Ms. LaFlame is directing our third grade recorder group, and they'll be performing 2 numbers for us tonight.
Woohoo.
Good evening. We are third grade students from Ben Franklin.
Parents, you can come up and take pictures if you want. You can come up
Or
front.
should we go, have them turn around? Want them to turn around?
We are going to play 2 songs for you tonight.
Oh, okay, thank you. Then the parents.
You may know our first song, Hot Cross Buns.
One of my favorites.
Oh, you haven't heard it like this before?
Cross buns are a thing of beauty. You can eat them plain or extra fruity. Back in the day, they cost a penny. Now for that, you can't get any. Hot cross buns are what we live for. Make them, eat them, then we make more. I can eat them all night and day. Hot cross buns, hip hip hooray!
Hot cross buns.
cross buns are a thing of beauty. You can eat them plain or extra fruity. Back in the day, they cost a penny. Now for that, you can't get any. Hot cross buns are what we live for. Make them, eat them, then we make more. I can eat them all night and day. Hot cross buns, hip hip hooray! Hot cross buns.
Our last song is Perry the Sheep. Thank you for having us to perform tonight.
Perry the sheep fell asleep. Did a sheep sleepwalk and ate a recorder? Now he talks like this. Now he talks like this. Oh, Perry the sheep fell asleep. Did a sheep sleepwalk and ate a recorder? Perry, say hello. Perry, say hello. Oh, Perry the sheep fell asleep. Did a sheep sleepwalk and ate a recorder? Perry, say I'm hungry. Perry, say I'm hungry. Oh, Perry the sheep fell asleep. Did a sheep sleepwalk and ate a recorder? Perry, say I'm happy. Perry, say I'm happy. Oh, Perry the sheep fell asleep. Did a sheep sleepwalk and ate a recorder? Perry, say goodbye. Perry, say goodbye.
You
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. LaFlame, and thank you, Ben Franklin third graders. We have one more component to our art spotlight this evening. Ms. Skarupa, actually, before I introduce Ms. Skarupa, the art that you saw on the way in this evening are some examples from our Ben Franklin kindergartners, and we have a few of our student artists from Ben Franklin with us tonight to share their thoughts on what their art means to them and their future. So, Ms. Skarupa, would you bring your students up, please?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us tonight. Like you were saying, the artwork over here was created by our kindergartners. All kindergartners created a artwork, and we discussed the different ways that we can change the world, how we can be kind and take care of others. So I have 5 kindergartners here. I have Will, Aiden, Alex, Hazel, and Sebastian. And we have some future world changers here. So what would you like to tell everybody?
We will change the world by protecting the animals. Be kind to everyone. Take care of the little kids. Be kind to people in your community.
Take responsibility for other people.
Got to get pictures of that. That's adorable.
Yes.
We've been upstaged.
Thank you so
you.
much, friends. That was beautiful.
Change that world.
Okay. Thank you again to all of our student performers. That was wonderful, and we look forward to seeing you guys next year. Okay, welcome everybody. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. As required under law, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided via email and/or fax to the Times, the Lawrence Ledger, the Public Library, and has been filed with the municipal clerk. This notice was provided prior to the 48 hours required by the Open Public Meeting Act. The board reserves the right to limit public discussion of personnel items and other matters as defined by the law. We're going to do our flag salute. Okay. Great. First, we'll have our student representative report. Come on up.
How are they going to follow up after those kids? Where's the recorder?
Hello, I'm Joseph Feynman, and I'm a senior here at LHS. Some important things coming up is that we have AP testing throughout this week and next week, including the following week a little bit. And also, LHS Senior Prom is on June the 5th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nick Bonskevich. I'm here to talk about our baseball team. Our baseball team has been doing extremely well recently. They won their division 3 years in a row. And this Friday, they have a game against Trenton at 4 p.m., starting their CVC tourney journey and hoping to get back to the final. Thank you.
Great. Fantastic.
Hi, my name is Danielle Nevius. I'm a junior here at LHS. I am a part of the Early Childhood Development 2 program, and upcoming we have the EPS Field Day as well as the Ben Franklin Field Day that we're looking forward to. And peer leadership is also going to be helping out at the LIS Field Day, which we're all really excited for. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. You're welcome to go home if you want. You don't have to stay.
Thank you, peer leaders.
But thank
And
you so much.
That was a very long game yesterday, but it was awesome. Well done.
Is the Trenton game home or away? It's home. It's home. Good to know.
Rained out. Okay. Okay. Recognitions and acknowledgements. Dr. Clem?
Okay, so for a year, we have the gentleman that has sat with us at the dais, Mr. Edison Ryan, and we have a very special thank you gift. You're probably wondering why are we giving it to him tonight, because June will be his official final board meeting, but we're giving it to him tonight with the hopes of introducing the new student rep who will be in the audience, and we'll give them a chance to really pass the baton. So on behalf of the Board of Education, I want to thank Edison Ryan for his service to the board. This is his Student Representative Recognition Award. You're the first recipient of this award. On behalf of Florence Township Public Education and the Board of Education, we want to say thank you. And if the rest of the board can join us up here, I think Ms. Poslucci is going to take a picture. So if you want to sit here,
Stand up.
Stand.
we'll stand.
Yeah, probably. Yes. Yeah, yeah. What do you want me?
I'll stand behind Edison. No, maybe not.
We're not standing behind you.
Edison's the tallest guy. You're in the middle.
He gets to stand in the center.
Tom. I got the...
Come on, Tom. Get in.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Proud of you. Okay.
You set the bar high.
Yes, you did.
Outstanding.
Okay. Adoption of the minutes. Oh, yes. I have a motion to adopt the executive session and regular session minutes from the 4/9/2025 meeting.
So moved?
Second.
Tom, with a motion and a second.
Mr. Clark,
Yes.
Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Ms. Groger,
Yes.
Dr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Martinez,
Yes.
Ms. Pascoli,
Yes.
Ms. Bose.
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you. Reports to the board. Superintendent report.
First, I really wanted to start by thanking Ben Franklin and giving my gratitude to Jen Skrupa for the beautiful artwork display this evening, and Miss LaFlame for the lovely recorder musicians. I think I speak for all of us. That is a very different hot cross buns than I remember. Very cool, very innovative, and the kids look like they had a great time. So thank you for sharing your musical gifts and your artistic gifts with us this evening. Your performance all year has really been something that's been coordinated by Dr. Barry Exa and Miss Sarah Foster, supervising the arts and music, and it's really just added such a nice flavor to our board meetings and really set the tone for a nice evening for all of us. I wanted to note that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's always a reminder of our commitment to supporting the emotional well-being of all of our students. Fostering mental health is essential to creating a safe, inclusive, supportive learning environment. Today is also School Nurses Day, so let's not forget how deeply grateful we should all be to our strong nursing team for their daily care, compassion that they provide our schools. They're often on call for medical and emotional needs of our students, and we want to thank them because oftentimes the nurse's office is the safe place to go. So special shout out to Bridie Calkin, Rebecca Darty, Allison Lally, Lori Wilson, Juliana Gallo, Diana Bridgeforth, Cynthia Regan, Rachel Chalier, and Janelle Jones. I'd also like to share this month, I'll be communicating with families regarding a launch of a new residency verification program. Lawrence Township Public Schools has not had a consistent district-wide residency verification practice in place for many years. Implementing this program is a proactive step recommended to all districts to help ensure accurate enrollment numbers. It plays a critical role in supporting our budget process, staffing decisions, and the overall efficiency of our educational programming, so more information will be forthcoming. And finally, it is Teacher Appreciation Week. On behalf of the entire district leadership team, I want to express our deepest appreciation for the excellence, and believe me, I'm not naming them all, but you are all out there, and we do appreciate you. Your dedication, skill, and care is the foundation of all things that we do, and we are so proud and grateful to all of you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Clem. Board Secretary report.
In the interest of saving time, I'll defer to the finance report. I think everything is captured there.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Board President report. I don't really have anything to report this evening. As you can see, we are down one board member, Amanda Santos. I just want to congratulate her on her appointment to Town Council. I'm sad for the board and our community. She was an amazing board member for us, and I want to wish her a lot of luck in whatever she does, and our town is lucky to have her. We will miss you dearly on this board and in our district. What that means for the public is we will be accepting resumes and letter of intent if you're interested in being on our board. We probably will start interviewing in the next couple of weeks, but we will be accepting any resumes as soon as possible. We will be posting the position and how to apply for it, but think about it, and if anybody in the public is interested or has questions, feel free to reach out to myself or any of our board members. It has been a really amazing opportunity for me personally. As we celebrate Teacher Appreciation Month? Is it the week? I apologize, week. And Nurses Week. I would be remiss if I didn't say how much the teachers and the people that work in this school have meant to me personally, and it has been an honor and pleasure to serve on this board and to serve our community. So I hope that sounds like something people out there want to do if they've had a great experience and want to give back. This is a pretty special board. It has been really amazing for me to work with them and with Dr. Klim and Tom and our administrative team. So I'm just trying to get the word out there. If anybody's listening and knows somebody who might be interested, please come forward. We welcome you. And the only other thing I want to say is, as you can see on the board agenda this evening, we have a board discussion and work session, and we will be discussing the 25-26 budget, which is different from how we've done it in the past, but we now have to do it this way due to legal requirements. And I think that's all that I have to say this evening. And we'll start with our liaison reports. And this will be your second to last liaison report, Edison. So the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. With the main focus of the last month being preparation for this and next week's AP exams, I haven't received much feedback from students. That being said, we've had a successful first couple days, kicking it off with biology, microeconomics, and chemistry, to name a few. Regarding the feedback I did receive, numerous students have voiced that overhead speakers are a little bit too loud in bathrooms, especially during morning announcements, and are requesting for the output volume to be reduced to a more comfortable volume if possible. Additionally, as with most months this year, students have continued to express frustration about the number of blocked websites. This was something that I sort of voiced earlier in the year, and it's sort of stopped bringing it up because it was so consistent, but it's been a consistent concern, which is particularly prevalent for websites that have direct application for classroom or curriculum activities. And I believe much of the disconnect here is due to students being unaware as to why websites blocked by default are necessary, which is necessary for COPPA and FERPA compliance. And as a result, I've attempted to notify the student body of the reasoning behind website blocking in an attempt to create understanding and awareness. That's all I've got for this month, so thank you for your time. This concludes my report.
Thank you so much. Lawrence Township Education Foundation.
All right, I'll roll everything in. LTEF did meet. The Lawrence Has Talent was a huge success. Many thanks to all that participated, donated to make the event so successful. We're looking forward to the VR event at LIS on May 28th due to a grant from LTEF. Also, LTEF is looking to have a student intern for next year, so more to come on this. You set the example for us, and we all want the same, so thank you. Upcoming events next year, September 6th, will be a fun run/walk for those that would prefer either of those. It'll be a 5K, November 14th, handbag bingo, so put that on your calendar also. Personally, many thanks to all those who have volunteered at LTEF to make this school year such a huge, successful one. The amazing grants that they have funded have really made our district shine, and we thank all that have been involved with that, and look forward to starting it all over again next year. Direct Link did meet. Many thanks to our Jen Baldessari for organizing and scheduling our Direct Link meetings throughout the school year. At this meeting, we got to meet some new faces and learned about outdoor education programs and sites for an array of programs and events that will be happening throughout our area. Some good summer programs too. Great ideas were shared, questions were answered, and using info@ltps.org was pointed out as the most accurate site for any questions or information anyone may want or need. It was reiterated that social media is not the place to gather your information from, but instead go to info@ltps.org. Project Graduation met last night. My nights were all blending together. This will be the 36th year for this event, which is pretty exciting. Alluding to June 5th as the prom coming up, the senior breakfast is always held in the morning of the prom. At this breakfast, Project Graduation will be explaining to all the students that plan to attend what the rules are to keep them safe, and that there will be no surprises. They'll know what they can and can't do. Then after that, the students move outside for a simulation of a crash site. Students will then move inside to review the legal processes of an accident and responsibilities if found impaired while driving. This is really important. June 25th, beginning 11 o'clock in the evening, this is an alcohol and drug-free program, Project Graduation, It allows our seniors to get together for their very last time to enjoy food, activities, friendships they've made throughout all of their school years. It's an important thing. I hope that the kids realize what it is and how you really don't all get together again. Then also, for a little side note, we need volunteers desperately to chaperone this event. We have enough pretty much for the first half of the evening, but the second half of the evening is not filling up, and that means people may have to stay the whole time. So if you're thinking your kids won't want you to be there, think again. You don't even see them. They're having such a great time. So please sign up. It's a great night for the parents. It's good music, good fun. It's a good time. Another fundraiser will be a raffle for VIP seating at the Cure Arena for graduation. They're looking for the raffle to begin May 19th, so please jump on that. There are only 20-ish lawn signs left for graduating seniors, so if you didn't get your sign, they're running out. So quick, please do that too. New Jersey School Boards, I'll jump onto that, sorry. Delegate Assembly is this coming Saturday morning. I'll be there from 8:30 to 12. 3 resolutions are being submitted. 1 resolution's about esports and participants earning varsity letters. 2nd resolution's about school nurses and required credits for them to earn their certification. The 3rd one is excused absences for students to attend trade union tradings or meetings, and I'll update you after that meeting Saturday. Monday here at Lawrence, not in this room, but at the Commons, will be the last Mercer County meeting for our school year. The County Association is going to award several certifications, recognitions, and also the Teacher of the Year, Nicole Hamlet from Trenton Central High School, will be honored. The Executive Director, Timothy Purnell, will be attending this meeting. It'll be an opportunity just for have conversation one-on-one with New Jersey School Board people, so please make sure you come. If you're interested in attending in person at 6 o'clock, 6:45 for those that would like to attend virtually. Reminder workshop, October 30th through the 23rd. The theme, your ticket to big ideas and bright futures, and those are all of my reports, except for personnel.
Thank you so much. Student Services.
Student Services meeting was held on May 5th. In attendance was Vanessa Bakarsiak and myself, Arundel Clark. Items to highlight, school testing, as mentioned before. Advanced placement testing is taking place this week at the high school with makeups available next week. In 2 weeks, the high school will start the NJSLA testing. ESY and Connect staffing, planning, and preparations are complete for ESY and Connect for the 2025 summer session. Finalized information will be sent to parents as we approach the end of the year. This week is Teacher Appreciation and National Nurses Appreciation. We're thankful for our teachers and nurses with everything they provide and overcoming the challenges that are presented to them every day as they deliver the best quality and education to our students. Thank you to the High School Quest program for reading to classrooms in Ben Franklin, and the LMS MD program for reading to students at Eldridge Park. This was a wonderful way to close out the month of April celebrating autism awareness. A proud moment to mention for our district is the feedback that we received about Autism Awareness Month, not just the events that occurred in our respective schools, but also the cross-involvement between schools, putting into action acceptance and inclusion in a way that shows anyone can achieve greatness if we just allow ourselves to be there for one another. It was done in a way where inclusion wasn't about making exceptions, by making everyone a part of the process. What makes this exceptional is not so much the reflections we have on ourselves as a district, but the feedback that has been relayed from outside the boundaries of this district as well, impacting the hearts and minds of others, not only in schools, but other professions too. The public is amazed at the display that an entire district body can accomplish when we work as one. By providing the baseline, we've encouraged discussion among those who have witnessed our accomplishments. How can one improve, or how one can start could be one of those potential questions that start the progress towards inclusion for many. Lawrence should be very proud of the example we are setting and the impact we're making on our communities near and far. This ends my report.
Thank you so much, Arundel. Review of communications. Okay. First opportunity for public input. Hello. Please state your name and limit your comment to 3 minutes.
I hope it's 3 minutes. I actually don't know.
And welcome.
Thank you. It's your first time? It's my first time here. Wow. Yeah. Amanda Santos, for anybody who didn't know. Forgive me. On fire today. Okay. I wrote some stuff down just so I can get through it. So, good evening, everyone. I want to begin by saying thank you for the privilege to serve on the Lawrence Township Board of Education. Being part of this board has been one of the most meaningful and fulfilling experiences of my life. It has shaped me, challenged me, and deepened my commitment to public service in ways I couldn't have imagined. Tonight, with mixed emotions and technical difficulties.
Want to use
I wanted.
iPad.
Is that it? Good. I wanted to publicly announce my resignation from the board, effective yesterday, May 6th. This decision comes after being appointed to the Lawrence Township Council, a somewhat unexpected but nevertheless humbling opportunity to continue serving our community in a new and different capacity. To be honest, this decision has not been easy. I care deeply about this district, about our students, our families, and the work we do together. Don't maul me. If I'm being honest, I've wrestled with feelings of guilt and concern about the timing. But I truly believe that stepping into this role allows me to continue advocating for the very same values that brought me to the school board in the first place. Inclusion, transparency, and the deep belief in the potential of every child. This is the worst part. I'm grateful for the friendships and partnerships I formed here, and for the collaborative problem solving and shared commitment to what's best for our students. I'm especially thankful to the administration and to my fellow board members for your dedication and for all the time, heart, and energy you pour into this work. Although I'm stepping away from the board, I'm not going far. I hope to serve as a bridge between the district and the township, and to be a resource and advocate for the needs of our schools from a new vantage point. I'm almost done. Thank you again for the trust you've placed in me. I'll carry this chapter with me always, with pride, gratitude, and respect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your absence will be felt by all of us. And as I said before, thank you for all that you've done and given us. And we look forward to a continued partnership with the town council, and know that you will represent Lawrence Township Public Schools wherever you go. So we feel very appreciative for that. So go get them. We'll see you. We know where you live, so. Okay. Board discussion and work session. This evening, during our work session, we will be conducting our public hearing on the 25-26 budget. Can I have a motion to conduct the public hearing on the 25-26 budget?
So moved.
In a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay. Tom, the floor is yours.
Robin, do you want to begin? Okay. I guess I'll begin. Thank you, Joey. So this is the official budget hearing. The hearing is, the first hearing that we had, or at least presentation anyway, was meant to inform the Board of Education as to what it was that they were taking action on and submitting for the initial review by the state of New Jersey. And we did that a couple months ago. What we're presenting this evening is identical to that. There have been no changes. We have been steadfast with what we proposed. We stick by it. This discussion this evening or presentation is the official public hearing. And we've changed the way we are doing this as you may have noticed, we just opened up by formal motion to conduct a public hearing. We're going to open the floor to the public and ask if they have any questions about the budget that we present. That is also an agenda item that you'll see. And so essentially what we've done is we've formalized what we've always done. And so the sequence is the same. It just has a WS number for work session. That's the first change I've seen in our agenda in my entire time here, that we have a WS section. So here we go. So the strategic plans and goals are, as you see them, these are represented by the board's goals, the superintendent's goals, and those, again, have not changed. You see them and you talk about them in all of your committees. For the public, this is what drives our focus. So we set goals. They're not easily changed. They are not easily attainable. They are stretch goals, if you want to call them that. And the goals are, as you see them, I won't read them completely to you, but the first goal being the preschool expansion, which you know we are almost doubling in size for the 25-26 school year. In addition to that, we have a community component where we have 4 classrooms on the other side of town to have a presence in the community, not just in our neighborhood schools, but even where we don't have schools. So Lawrence Day School and the Lawrence Township Board of Education are collaborating on an effort, and we are also opening 5 classrooms within the district. So that's 9 classrooms altogether, 4 at Lawrence Day School, 5 within the district. Goal 2, college and career readiness. You'll find that throughout our budget. You'll see what we do that in our schools today. And so that's represented in any number of things across the appropriations. I will remind some folks that you should be looking just for an appropriation. Our budget is primarily made up of salaries and benefits. When we move a focus, we move our focus of our professionals. Our professionals' focus doesn't cost us anything more. What we simply say is we're going to look to do the things that we do today, not with a new set of goals, but with an emphasis in a different direction. And so one of the things that our staff would like to have, and of course we all do, is the knowledge that what we're doing today is exceptional. And we believe that what our staff does in Teacher Appreciation Week, being the week that we recognize that, is indeed you're doing exceptional work. We want you to keep on doing that and look at these things as well in terms of what you're doing with emphasis. Community engagement and stakeholder engagement through the district reconfiguration. You'll see that we have a liaison role on our school board agenda for the ad hoc committee for our reconfiguration. We're working through that as well as other things as we embark on our referendum. We talk about community engagement. We're looking at things like our community conversations that we had. We're also talking about things that we're doing right here, right now in the form of a board meeting. Representation at project graduation, many of the things that Joanne Groger had talked about, and many of the things where Dr. Klim spends her time, whether at a baseball game or a community event. I was at the softball game today. It was amazing how far some of these kids can hit. So showing up is important. Our initiatives, those were pretty much captured in what we said a moment ago, but those are emphasized here through the expansion of the preschool, the CTE program, the Public Service Academy, whether we're looking at data teams to make decisions. You heard of data decision making. What we've also done is maintain our police presence in our school. This is important. Amanda Santos was just at the podium talking about building bridges between the township and the school district. This is important. We have a great relationship with our police department and our town council who want to maintain that, and they want to maintain that as well. It's one community, and the police presence is exceptional. In fact, one of our officers was just deployed, and the response that he received in terms of his going away was exceptional. That was something that people were nervous about, and now our whole school community embraces our officers, as we expected. We always look to engage our families, and we'll continue to do that. And of course, we'll look to refine our practices and change it, and we have to do that because our students change. And so we're always moving. The referendum is going to be a lift that you're going to hear for 5 years. We'll bring more information to you on a regular basis about that. We'll keep doing it in a way that's transparent, where the board members get to see our notes. So if you sit in the audience and you wonder, do the board members know what the administration is doing, and are they following and being adherent to the goals? Our board members have our actual notes on our meetings that we have, and so as if they were there actually virtually in the room, and sometimes they will be. The economic influences are relatively unchanged from what they've always been. Our salary increases and the cap that we have, our salary increases are market-driven. Long ago, they were CPI-driven, but we haven't seen those days in 25 years. So supply and demand governs our teacher recruitment. Benefits and insurance are also part of that factor in terms of our recruitment and retention, and benefits, as you know, are going up. In some cases, our prescription costs are going up in the 20%, where our medical costs are somewhere in the 7% to 12%, and that is in keeping with what's happening in the economy at large. Our pension costs are around 17% for the public employees retirement system. The teacher's pension and annuity fund is funded through the state of New Jersey. Our transportation costs, we are renewing tonight on the agenda. You'll see a multi-page, in addition to the many multi-page tables that you have, you'll see a table there for our transportation costs, and they are flat. That is the majority on the agenda tonight are the to and from transportation for general education. We'll address special education, which we also anticipate being flat at the June agenda. Tuition and contracted services have increases. Those reflect, they're significantly less than what we see with respect to our medical benefits and more in line with inflation, hovering somewhere around 5% in that range right there. Although I will remind the board that it's not just inflation that changes things, but it's student needs. So as students come into the district, if you see an increase in our budget in certain areas, it may reflect changes in needs and not just inflation. So what we do is we lay out our budget for you, and we give you what we have here as a USA Today overview, where we show you the current year's budget. We compare it to the proposed budget and the changes, and you can see where those are. I won't read those to you aloud. It's driven by general education and special education than employee benefits. It would be more intuitive to say that these benefits are spread out amongst all these programs, is how it really works. So you could prorate them out, and they would be in proportion to what you see here. But they have their own categories, so they stand alone. But of course, these are actually spread out among gen ed, special education, support services, and so on. And the pie chart there shows you where we are in terms of how much we spend on our budget in proportion and overall budget. We're seeing an increase in this area and a small decrease in this area, but it's floated either way over the course of years. We don't see a trend. The advertised appropriations, this is what we found, something similar to this. We've taken out a full page, maybe 2-page ad in the electronic newspaper these days, of course. And so we have copies of this in our office. And there's something similar to this on the agenda this evening. You'll see that what we provided for you for the first time this evening is a multi-page budget, and that is a requirement that was handed down to us from the state through the county, asking us to change the way, not just Lawrence, but the state presents, school districts present their budgets. And so what you'll see is something that represents this. Again, once more, if you look at our salaries, tuition, transportation, energy, and things of that nature, in terms of just those items alone, it's roughly 92% of our budget. We call this out simply to say that most of our budget is core program and not necessarily, as some people would see, as discretionary. Supplies can vary, and in this, we'll call it a bucket right here. This category ranges from support supplies to direct instruction. Same thing with services. This is our proposed revenue for the school year. Of course, it equals at the bottom the same as our proposed appropriations, and the changes that we see here are an increase in state aid, and we have an increase in tax levy. So we were fortunate enough to see some of additional money in our state aid. We have a small decrease here in some federal funding. That is not the result of anything happening at the federal level. This was underway long before the current administration. The tax rate, what does it translate to? Well, if it boils down, we have it here at the bottom. So we're roughly $150 more, a little bit less than that, for the average assessed home at $285,767. And again, once more for transparency, similar to what we have with the referendum, you can find all of our documents online. You'll see there's a folder now that says 2526. This information is already posted there for people who would be interested. You see our agenda and you notice that those tables are so tiny because we're trying to fit it on the agenda. The full budget is on the website for your use and your scrutiny. And so this is the budget hearing. After this meeting, if there are no changes, we will contact the county office tomorrow morning, let them know that there have been no changes, and certify taxes shortly thereafter. Are there any questions from the board?
If this isn't readily available, you can get back to me, but is there a way to direct the public to information by school?
So
This is district-based, right?
this is district-based. We do track data by school. We do that because that's part of ESEA requirement, and so we have that information. Some categories of our budget are not by school, but many of them are, and so we can provide that to any interested parties. We don't have that on the website because it's not a requirement that we report that way, but we can make that happen with just a few keystrokes, if you're interested. If you do ask for that information, it's important to know that you should probably ask for enrollment figures as well, because it's not really fair to compare a school the size of Ben Franklin against one the size of Eldridge Park. So the total expenditures are going to be different. You'll see similar categories, but then what you really have to consider is, well, what does that break down in a per pupil type of scenario? And we can do that for you and for anyone who would ask.
Okay.
You have to open the floor.
Any other questions from the board? Okay, there's an opportunity for public input. If anybody has anything they want to ask or comment on, please feel free to come up to the podium. State your name and address. Okay, seeing none. Motion to close the public hearing on the budget for 25-26 and resume regular business.
So moved.
Second.
And with a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Board discussion and action items. Personnel committee report and personnel action items.
Okay, personnel met April 30th, 8:15. In attendance were Dr. Robin Klim, Sean Fry, Kevin Van Heis, Arundel Clark, Olga Martinez, and Joanne Broger. We discussed vacancies for 25-26 school year and are actively interviewing for preschool positions. We discussed staffing for next year, reviewed our projected movements. We discussed leaves, the policy 3125.2, as well as a few new job descriptions for CPIS and PIRS positions. On tonight's agenda, and if you looked at it, it's lots of pages, I would like to start out with honoring a few of our staff members who are going to retire. I am going to list them all, and then we can honor them righteously. Judy Akita, paraprofessional at Eldridge Park Elementary School. She served 19 years. Patricia Murray, special education teacher at Eldridge Park. She also was sometime at LES too. I had the pleasure of working with her, which was a joy for me. 37 years. Erica Smoots is another one who started her career with us at LES. She has spent most of her time at Ben Franklin Elementary School for 31 years total service. Sharon Saval, I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, Slackwood Elementary School, 23 years teaching the sweetly little ones, the kindergartners. Luciana Martellini, someone's going to help me with her last name.
Lucy Martelletti.
Martellotti. I appreciate that help. I tried it so many times to break the syllables. An office assistant at Lawrence High School, 16 years. And Patricia Nalbone, who I also had the honor to spend some time with, a library assistant at Eldridge Park Elementary School, 25 years. Each and every one of these amazing educators and support staff members, they've given their time, their energy, their love to reach each and every one of our students. We appreciate their dedication, their passion for education, and the time they've spent in our family at Lawrence Township Public Schools. We wish them nothing but good health, lots of joy in any future endeavors. You all have earned our adoration, and we thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, you will also see confirmation for appointments due to clearances, secretary and subsecretary positions, regular nurse, unpaid leave, what do I have here? Staff approvals for 2026, non-tenured staff for 25-26, LTEA non-certificated staff, secretarial staff, custodian and maintenance staff, LAPTA staff support, hourly staff, the tenured LTPS staff, and a motion to appoint non-representative administrative staff and non-represented staff. Several resolutions also appear for PIRS, CPIS, and job descriptions. You'll see a motion to approve unpaid leaves, resignations, EDPs, and a replacement, job descriptions, and several contracts, and also a transfer. With all of that listed above, I'd like to please move P1 through P39.
Second. Tom with a motion and a second.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Kroger.
Yes.
Dr. King.
Yes.
Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi.
Yes.
Ms. Bose.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. CIAPD report and student service action item.
CIAPD met on April 28th at 8 a.m. In attendance was Dr. Robin Klim, Mr. Neil Desai, Dr. Michelle King, Ms. Michelle Bose, Ms. Amanda Santos, and myself. Stephen Prentice joined us later. We went on a field trip. To Mercer County Technical School campus, which was led by their top guys.
Administrative team.
Yeah, their administrative team. And, yeah. And the objective was to learn more about their programs and academies. In collaboration with the administrators and teachers, we discussed ways we can support our students who are currently enrolled in these programs or are interested in these career and technical education programs. Years ago, we were pushing everybody who could possibly go into the college path to get there. And now we're seeing, for a variety of reasons, that is not the best path for many of our students. And we're encouraging them to seek out all the options that are available to us. And it was really an exciting field trip. Wasn't much food, but other than that. We returned to the board office, and Mr. Desai discussed feedback from the first-year teachers at Professional Development Day on the new staff induction program, and a survey was also sent to all staff about the district-wide professional development days. Feedback from staff and information from the survey will be used to design our professional development programs in the future. Stephen Prentice, our head of technology, informational technology supervisor, provided information on two policies that the committee was looking at. We looked at the policy 5111, eligibility of resident and non-resident student, and Dr. Klim alluded to some of the changes we're going to have to kind of spot check people, the roadblock, everybody get a chance to re-enroll, and no items were referred from other committees or board members, and we'll continue to monitor progress toward district goals. And on your agenda, you'll see CIAPD travel log. I would like to ask to have Amanda's name taken off unless she wants to go to Atlantic City with us. We have, in the OSS, we have HIB and non-public funds. So I would like to move OIS 1 through 6 and OSS 1 and 2.
Second.
With a motion and a second, Tom?
So there's a motion for OIS 1 through 6 with
With
the
amendment.
amendment to the travel log built into the motion, and OSS 1 through 1 and 2. Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Grover?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Finance Committee report and school business management action items.
I'm reporting for Kevin, who's absent tonight. The Finance Committee met on May 2nd. We discussed the budget hearings, which was tonight, authorizing design development, the necessary steps to sell the bonds to make the referendum funds available. Again, we talked about the residency and address verification. We talked about environmental, engineer, and lab tests, the health benefits programs, and school lunches, which are going up a little bit next year. On the agenda, you will see college scholarships that are being offered at Student Awards Night, bonds for expansion, the bids for recycling, insurance, lawn care, and food services. With that, I'd like to move finance number 1 through 26.
Second.
Tom, with a motion and a second?
It was made by Ms. Evans and seconded by Ms. Grover.
Yes.
And Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Grover?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And it's our last opportunity for public input. Good evening. I know you know the drill.
Jim Cleek, 7 East Dara Lane. I just wanted to say that I think it's such a shame that Amanda has, since I know she has so much spare time, that she couldn't stay on the board too. And when I first saw that she and 2 other people had put in their names, why I thought, do they know what they're getting into? Because if those of you who go to many council meetings know that it may be one party, but it's been a little bit contentious for the last year and a half, quite a bit, for some time. And before Councilman Ryan had to resign for ill health, why he was one of the 3 to 2 on everything contentious. And I thought I had visions of those people, the remaining 4 people who agree on very little, have agreed on very little, that they would be 2 to 2 votes forever. Imagine my surprise when she was so impressive that she got these 4 people to unanimously elect her. So that's a real tribute, and good luck in bringing.
Thank you. We've trained her well, though. She's ready.
Yeah, she'll whip them into shape.
Yeah, we're not worried about Amanda. Okay, new business, Dr. King?
New business. You will see additionally new staff hires, retirement, Jocelyn Herrera, 22 years as lunchroom assistant. We wish her well. Renewal of bus routes and contracts for transportation by parents with by parents of their child to their out-of-district placement. I would like to move NB1 through NB15.
Second?
Tom, a motion and a second?
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Kroger?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And with that, I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Have a good night, and we'll see you next month.